I don't know what it is, but us working on all these defensive ends, it means something. Good people, it's your boy Mr. Rome, Cowboys fan talk, right back. Like I never left. What's going on with y'all, man? Before I get started today, let me just say thank y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. We making moves, man. All the new subscribers, all the likes and shares. Don't think I don't see them. I do, and I appreciate all of y'all. Today, the Cowboys are starting to. Well, the Cowboys worked out 4 new players. And we talked about this last week. The Cowboys have a new strategy. I don't know if it's innovative or game-changing, but it's new. And it's going to be attacking the UFL like no other team is. Now, I said last week in my video that the Cowboys aren't the only team that's been going after the UFL players, and that's true. But this week is different. This week, I'm highlighting this because these players are all of one position, except for one, and I'll get that out of the way. John Lovett, running back. Brahmas out of the UFL. Put it like this. I'm not about to overhype y'all. We have 8 running backs. I just did a video on how many running backs we have. If we have 9, I don't know what it means. I think we're just checking under every stone to see if a running back can help. That's what I think John Lovett is for. But the other players, let me read them off. Jonathan Garvin, DN. We talked about him last week, but we just worked him out today. The Stallions. I don't know these teams. You tell me if you know the teams. I don't know the teams that well. Let's just keep it real. Wyatt Ray, defensive end, Brahmas. And Derek Roberson, defensive end, Defenders. Now, I was going to do this whole thing where I went through and told you, all of the defensive stats. I don't mind telling you a little bit about each player if you want. Give me a second. Jonathan Garvin. They've all played in the NFL. I'll tell you their stats for the NFL real quick, just to be simple. Jonathan Garvin, 20 tackles, 1 tackle for loss, 3.5 sacks, 14.4 pressure percentage, 10 games played. You got Wyatt Ray, who has played for like 15 teams. The Browns, the Texans, the Bills, the Jets, the Titans, the Bengals, Jaguars, Titans, Broncos. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. He is a journeyman. He like Ron Fitzpatrick, but a defensive end. And now he's playing in the UFL. So I don't know. Like, that's not a good, stamp that you've been on that many teams and can't stick. It is what it is. But that's not what I'm focused on. I'll talk about the last gentleman one real quick so that we can get to my point. That's Derek Roberson, 26 tackles for loss, 6 tackles, 26 tackles, 6 tackles for loss, 4.5 sacks, 10% pressure percentage, 16 games played. Like, not terribly horrible, but like not amazing for none of these players. And obviously because they're not in the NFL. So now CFT is not here to hype you up and make you think we're about to find a gem in the... No. I want to talk about what Mike Zimmer is saying. What is the messaging for all these defensive ends are working out? First and foremost, Micah Parsons is going to be playing more linebacker. I'm not saying he's going to be playing mostly linebacker. It's probably going to be like 80-20. But last year, I feel like it was like 90-10. I wish somebody can give me the percentage stats on that. I'll try to dig it up. But Micah Parsons is going to be playing more linebacker situationally. I think this is a real big deal. I think that we're going to have different players in our edge rotation. Remember, we lost Armstrong and Dante Fowler. Now I feel like our edge room is strong. Micah Parsons, D-Law, some of the best edges, probably the best edge rushing duo or edge duo in the NFL. With D-Law's run stopping and veteran skill set, Micah Parsons' generational talent, those two are amazing. Then you got Sam Williams, who's up and coming and ready to just break out this year, right? And then you got Marshawn Nealon, our rookie, who I think is going to be an absolute beast. So that 4 rotation is great. After that, it gets a little bit, because Chauncey Golston, who I think they're going to start playing at D tackle. We'll talk about that soon. Got a video coming about our real D tackle plans. Because I've been thinking about that, but we will talk about that. He might be out of the defensive edge rotation. And you got Simi Fuhoku. I don't know what's going on with him. So, Junior Fuhoku, not Simi. That was the receiver. Junior Fuhoku. So the edge room is in flux for our back end depth. And I think that's why we're working out so many edge rushers. Seriously. I don't know who's going to stick, who's not. Because I said we got our top 4, which is good. But you still want to have, I feel like, at least 6. And I think that Mike Zimmer is saying, one, the emphasis on edges now is kind of like the emphasis that Dan Quinn put on safety and nickel and having safety come down into the box and Jaron Curse moving all around the field. I feel like we're going back to having that with linebackers and DNs. I feel like we're going to be way more physical as a defense. What do y'all think? I feel like that we've been working out multiple linebackers. Our linebacker room is stout. We brought in Willie Harvey Jr. We signed him. We worked out pass rusher or edge rushers last week. I think 1 or 2. Now we got these 3 edge rushers. Again, I'll read the names. Hold on one second. Just so we can all be on the same page. Hold on. I literally have this on my notepad. Jonathan Garvin, DN, Wyatt Ray, Derek Roberson. Sorry, I don't know the names off by heart. Literally just wrote this down. I'm just saying, all of those DNs, I feel like Mike Zimmer's saying something. It's a defensive philosophy change. Y'all let me know if y'all think I'm crazy in the comments. But I feel like all these edges, and they're not necessarily all the same. Some are undersized. Some are more run stopping. I also think that another caveat to this, remember, the kickoff rules have changed. The type of player you need to really feel like, remember, special teams is very important in football. People forget about it. Very important. The kickoff rules changing. We can't throw, when we have so much safety depth, we can't throw that many little players out there the way that the kickoff rules are going to be. I need to do a video on that. The way this is going to be set up, multiple running backs might be needed, multiple edge rushers, like defensive end built players, and linebackers. Because it's going to be a physical scrum. It's going to be almost like rugby. It's not going to be a lot of high impact, but it's going to be a lot of physicality. And you can't be out there lightweight or you're going to just get ran over. So I think that Bones Fossil has something to do with this just a little bit. These type of players, anyone that's not going to be starting is going to be playing special teams, obviously. But I think that Mike Zimmer's fingerprints are all over these workouts. This is like telling a world-renowned chef, what do you need? And him giving you the grocery list. Hey, I need this type of player. Now, with the Cowboys, we're not going to get names. I wish we were going to get names. But it's not that. It's more so types, body types. We're going to the bottom of the bargain barrel for it. That's another argument for another day. But I feel like Mike Zimmer told Will McClay what he needs, told the scouts what he needs. They're scouring the NFL, trying to find fits that are economical and that can help this team. I don't know if any of these players are going to make this team. They might make the team just to be camp bodies. Remember, you got to have camp bodies because training camp is coming. But we'll see, man. I'm not going to overhype y'all and say, yo, these players, one of them going to be they ain't what I'm here to do. I'm here to say that I feel like this is a hat tip to a philosophy change. The Cowboys are going to be a way more physical team this year. And I like it. I'll holler.